Hey guys, about Vykas Legion raid guide. There were many feedbacks from you guys that it would be very nice to have a shorter condensed version for the reminder purposes, so I made one to help out. If you want to check out the original detailed long versions, feel free to check the description. Let's get to it right away. When first gate starts, all players need to cut the boss's HP till 55. If you do, two parties will split into blue and purple dimensions. Blue has easy normal patterns, but their job is to do the primary mechanics, while purple has harsh normal patterns, with purple mark warning zones as safe zones instead. If you're in the blue dimensions, you'll need to cut the boss's HP till 45. Then boss will teleport to the middle, creating a white magic circle. You need to stay inside the magic circle for the initial blast. Afterwards, get into your pre-designated X position. A color orb will spawn per player. Color will rotate from red, blue, green, white, and black. You'll need to put these orbs inside the corresponding gate of the same color. 3 people in a party will need to succeed this mechanic or it's going to wipe. Careful not to take the orb by accident or put a wrong color in it to have the gate explode afterwards. Then you'll need to cut his HP to 37. The boss will teleport to the middle again to initiate stagger check. Be keen on the orange bar appearing before your stagger. After the stagger, look above your character's head. You'll have either black or blue orbs. If you have a black orb above your head, you need to stand at 1 or 7 o'clock position. If you have a blue orb, you need to stand 11 or 5 o'clock position. A series of orbs will come to the boss. You'll need to block them accordingly. The orbs order will either come clockwise or counterclockwise or back and forth. It also tells you the combination beforehand on the floor of magic circles as well. When everything is complete, you will need to let the other party in the purple dimension if the wipe mechanic will be inside safe or outside safe. The wipe explosion will happen on the purple dimension shortly afterwards. When both parties have the boss's HP at 30, they will swap positions. Boss at blue dimensions will teleport to the middle again to show a series of black magic circles in the plus position. One of them is going to be white magic circle. People at the blue dimension will need to let the other party know where the white magic circle is. That's the safe position on the other party on the purple dimension. In around 13.5 lines, boss will do the exact same stagger mechanic on the blue dimension. Be sure to succeed the stagger, block the orbs, then communicate the safe spot to the other party. If you happen to play the hard mode of Vykas at gate 1, he has an additional pattern. He will teleport to the middle and then do an inside save explosion. Make sure to stand on the predetermined X position for this. Boss will spawn 4 total orbs. You'll need to kite these orbs to the designated corner because the pool close to the boss will do huge damage to you. If you take the orbs at the safe spots in the corner, it will spawn a yellow pizza with a tornado. Initial yellow pizza is telling you where the standing position is going to be, and the tornado is how the pizza is going to rotate either clockwise or counterclockwise. If you successfully step on the 4 light pizzas, you'll gain a shield. If you happen to fail, ask for support shield care or use a time stop after about 3 to 3.5 seconds after the pizza is complete. Now let's go to the second gate. When you cut the boss's HP to 144 lines, she'll spawn a series of lasers that will chase you. Make sure to give everyone some space to dodge because it does a lot of damage. Most pugs tend to run in clockwise direction while providing enough space for everyone. At 120 lines, Vykas will teleport to the middle again, spawning 3 total shadow clones. It will be both open, 1 open, or closed wings. These will explode in succession with a small safe spot close to them. There will also be orbs spawning in the plus position in the middle. They will give you either red or purple symbol above their head. You cannot take 2 orbs or it will kill you. Since there are odd number of orbs, there will always be a majority color. If purple is majority, first safe spot is closed wings, then 1 open wings, and then both open wings. If red is majority, it's backwards. The first safe spot is open wings, and then 1 open wings, and then closed wings. Afterwards, if you happen to get this debuff, always aim outside the map on the wall to throw these annoying pools away. You may already seen it, or you will start to see Vykas doing unique purple ring patterns now. She'll make series of sound cues and long channeling animation. She'll spawn a purple ring, and one person will be marked with a purple ring above their head. Everyone else will also have 3 to 4 pools exploding under their feet, so they need to keep moving. It is important for the purple ring aggro to move far away and communicate where is it going to explode because the purple ring's explosion radius is very large. Afterwards, at 90 lines, you'll see another laser pattern again. Dodge accordingly. And at 65 lines, Vykas will spawn 3 shadow clones again at 11, 7, and 5 o'clock positions. Each of these clones will emit black or red explosion 5 times. Afterwards, she'll fire 5 black orbs. It is your job to take the true black orbs based on her tell in the beginning. Taking the fake black orb, which is red, will kill you. If Vykas happens to take a black orb, it's a wipe. Normal, I think it allows 1 mistake. so you'll have to block all the black orbs with the team. Since there are 8 total orbs for every player in the game, you'll need to determine the positions accordingly. Taking more than 1 black orb without time stop or Splendid Panacea will kill you. After around 50 lines, her normal patterns will be fortified, where you will consistently gain personal pull if you get hit more than 3 times. And then at 25 lines, the last pattern is the laser pattern again one more time. Let's go to the last third gate. When Vykas' HP bar reaches 175 lines, her first mechanic appears. Map will be darkened up, outside ring, and near Vykas will have a strong DOT damage pool. Then players will receive either a speed buff pool or a slow debuff pool. All players with the debuff pool will need to create a bridge to Vykas. Speed buff pools cannot be stacked on top of this, so they need to throw the pools away before joining everyone to the debuff pool. After a few moments, the pools are placed. Everyone will be mind controlled to run to the center. If debuff pools are placed properly like a bridge, you won't reach close to her for an instant death attack. Be sure to check your feed and text to see what type of buffs you have. Afterwards, if you happen to get the lust pool, you must be aware of this and put it away accordingly. At 152 lines, you'll see the second mechanic. If you're above 70% lust gauge at pink bars, you'll see swords around the map. If you're under 69% lust gauge at purple, you'll see statues. You'll need to communicate with each other to see where both swords and the statues exist. That's where the safe spot is. If you want to read more onto this or something like a cheat sheet, it's on my detailed guide. Now at 135 lines, Vykas will disappear and throw projectiles under your head. You'll need to dodge these and utilize one of the waist light orbs to take down all your lust gauge to 0. If you successfully lower your gauge to 0, Vykas' typing test is going to be much easier. You'll need to succeed both of these quick time events. If 4 people above fails the mechanic, it's a guaranteed wipe. 1 fails a small amount of damage, but 2 or 3 requires support shield care. Afterwards, around 120 lines, Vykas will cast the lust pool. Instead of throwing it away, it is important to group up and lay the pool at the same place to get mind controlled at the same time. This is to prevent another wipe mechanic afterwards. During this mechanic, it is advisable to not counter her, because the pool will last longer if Vykas is countered. At 105 lines, Vykas will teleport to the middle of the map with a giant magic circle. She'll do a stagger check soon. It is easy if you utilize any of the light orbs beforehand to lower your lust gauge, because being inside her stagger zone will increase your lust gauge consistently. She will also spawn 2 frog monsters at 1 and 7 o'clock positions. They will need to be killed or they will explode to do wipe damage. Your lust gauge needs to be higher than 70% to kill the frogs, or everyone can simply time stop and dodge this explosion. After 105 lines in hard mode, Medusa pattern upgrades. If she happens to do the Medusa pattern, she casts it total 2 times instead of once. Based on a number of open wings, same number of players will have to stare at her on purpose. It is easy for you to coordinate with your team members, like giving special roles to 4 people for Medusa 1 and Medusa 2. If you have seen the Medusa pattern, there's a high chance the whale pattern will also appear. Only players with over 70% lust gauge can see the whales. These whales do huge amount of DOT damage, so it is crucial to coordinate and rely on the plus 70% lust gauge teammates. They will need to lead their teams to their safe spots. After at 74 lines, you'll see the swamp pattern again from 175 lines. Afterwards at 55 lines, Vykas will teleport to the center and spawn series of tentacles around the map. These tentacles can only be damaged when you're over 70% lust gauge. Goal is to destroy all tentacles with limited time. If you leave at least 1, it's a wipe. You can fill up your lust gauge with the orbs Vykas is spawning throughout the map. Make sure to control your lust gauge accordingly and don't get too much to prevent being mind controlled. It is also smart to divide all the players equally around the map to kill the tentacles efficiently. And only at hard mode, 35 lines will have another short mechanic. She'll teleport to the center and do an outside save, inside save explosion. She will then spawn orbs at X position. Your job is to block these orbs and pass the Spacebar spam test. If orb is passed through, she will do a large AoE explosion that gives lust gauge and damage. You can also time stop this if failed. After the long fight after this, with 2 lines left, there will be a cutscene and Vykas will disappear. It is advisable to lower your lust gauge as much as you can before this as well. She will spawn clones at plus positions 12, 3, 6, and 9 o'clock. Only one of them is a real Vykas, and it is easy to recognize this by looking at the minimap. Then Vykas in the middle will cast a Medusa. Be sure to not look at it. In this berserk phase, you will consistently gain lust gauge. It is crucial to lower your lust gauge consistently. You can lower them by getting hit by her black exploding pools that follows 1 random teammate. From the center, after the Medusa, you can slowly run behind Vykas while getting hit by this black explosion, and proceed to stagger her purple bars away. You will need to be behind her because she will do a full map area damage attack afterwards. When she finishes channeling her attack, she will disappear and choose a random teammate and use either outside save or inside save attack. It is crucial for everyone to group up because it makes this pattern very easy to dodge. Afterwards, she'll appear in the middle for outside save, inside save explosion. Then she'll provide lust pulls to everyone in the team. It is crucial to get these pulls away because they will grow in size afterwards. After this pre-pattern, she'll cast 3 patterns at once. 1. Shadow Vykas Medusa somewhere around the map. 2. Donut Explosion for 2 random players. 3. Series of line explosions around the map. You'll need to dodge all of this. Getting hit by them will increase your lust gauge, resulting in mind control most of the time. If everyone is safe from that series of attack, she'll repeat the process from the start, but she'll be casting normal patterns from there. Using Wei here will finish this pattern maybe around the first pattern, so it is advisable to save your Esther Wei skill here too. With that being said, this concludes the short video. I've shortened the mechanics as much as I can to act as a reminder or a reference short video. Hope this helps, and future raids will probably have a short version as well because it gets more complicated from here. As always, good luck and thanks guys, bye!